What up, what up? Midwest Media Zone back at you once again.
Oh yeah.
This is the J Deal. Got my partner in crime, out of control Tro, aka Crack from the Bread
Yes,
Brothers.
sir.
We coming at you talking about that Timothy Bradley, Juan Manuel Marquez face off. What you think about that face off and Bradley rocking that beard the way he is? Beard to beard.
Man, it was an intense face-off. You got two champions here, both with the stone face. Max Kellerman in the middle, and the first thing Max Kellerman says is Manny Pacquiao has lost his last two fights. Do we have to use Pacquiao to sell this fight to? Do we have to keep using him like that?
Come on, son.
Let's get to the grime and the grits of the matter. Let's get to the meat and what about these athletes that are going to make them the best on that night. J. Deal.
Man, Bradley got that eye of the tiger. I mean, you might as well call that motherfucker Timothy Shakur, man. It's like he got that if I die tonight mentality. You know what I'm saying?
Play it, man.
So basically, that's the whole fucking point. And Timothy Bradley's telling Wama, hey, yo, if you ain't knocking me the fuck out, putting me on the stretcher, the monster that my father has created will devour you, destroy you, outwork you, and just get rid of you. You hear me? So, Marquez looking at Bradley like, you're such a great fighter. One of the best fighters I'm going to fight. And this is going to be a slugfest. And Bradley saying, oh, this shit going to be brutal, man. This shit going to be brutal, man. But I don't want to hog up all the action.
Man, it was good to see both of them be so respectful to each other as champions. It was a lot of mutual respect at that table, and you could see it. Unfortunately, respect doesn't sell tickets.
It can't go down like that.
For die-hard fight fans, it's a gentleman's sport, and we appreciate that.
And another thing, man, I get it that Bradley and Marquez technically both beat Pacquiao, but I'm just getting sick of the association with Pacquiao with Bradley or Marquez. I get that Pacquiao and Marquez had a lot of wars, whatever. I mean, people could think what they want to think, how Pacquiao did against Marquez and how Pacquiao did against Bradley. But my thing is, I'm focused on Juan Manuel Marquez and Timothy Bradley. Despite the PED shit and all that, Timothy Bradley sparring against guys like Lucas Mentise to prepare for Juan Manuel Marquez. And Marquez called Bradley another Freddie Norwood.
Right. Now, we really have to look at this fight as the labeling of the number 2 pound-for-pound champion in the world. Because the winner of this fight is definitely going to be pound-for-pound number 2. With Mayweather being number 1. Now, if you don't have either one of those guys at 1 or 2, maybe you need to reconstruct your list. All right, man, let's get back to the face-off.
This face-off was average at best. Timothy Bradley spoken like he's one of Rocky's trainers. He's going to put it all in.
Pause.
If he gets knocked down, he's going to get the fuck up and keep fighting until his lights get cut off. I mean, to me, that sounds like a resilient champion. Like him or hate him, Timothy Bradley's that motherfucker, you feel me?
Yeah, man, I feel that, man. The thing I didn't like about the face-off as far as Tim Bradley goes is he sold himself to the public.
Lord Deal knows.
He has something to prove to the people who really don't care about him in the first place, when he should have been taking out the time to just do him. To be who he is in the ring and use the fundamentals that he knows to get the job done. He didn't do that. He went for the war, and he suffered a concussion because of that. Possibly long-term injury. We won't know until later on in life.
Don't fuck with the JD.
But he had problems with his speech for 2 months. And that's all for feeding the public blood and guts. That's the price you pay in this sport. And it's a terrible reality that we had to face in this face-off. JD.
So after this face-off, Tro, who you think won the face-off for one? And for two, who you think got the momentum coming into this fight?
Well, it was kind of hard to call who had the upper hand in the face-off because both were so respectful, like I said before. So I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to call it. It's kind of up in the air. But as far as who had the momentum coming to this fight, it's definitely Marquez with that KO victory over Pacquiao.
That's some bullshit.
Provodnikov really put it on Bradley, and he has to rebuild his confidence and his body at this point.
I think psychologically, Bradley and Marquez are at a stalemate. And I think they both neutralize one another. But my compassion goes out for Bradley. My respect goes out to Marquez. But you know, this would tell me a lot about where the state of boxing is at. Are the young lions coming for the sport? Or are the old motherfuckers still running the sport? You know, is Muhammad Ali still running it? Or is a motherfucking Larry Holmes coming in to dog the shit out of this sport? You tell me. Who you got in this momentum game, Tro? Who won this fucking face off? Who won this fucking face off?
What?
Who won this motherfucking face off?
Man, like I said, it was very difficult to call, but if you're going to twist my arm like that, J. Deal, I'm going to have to say Marquez won the face off. He was just too poised, man.
Can't help it to be bogus, man.
You see he was struggling a little bit with his English, but he sounded great compared to how he's been. You could tell he's been working on it. And I'm pretty sure the American public will commend him on that and be interested in the fight because of that. So he didn't need a translator up there.
Yo.
And he's been to the show a lot more times than Bradley.
Yo.
So I had to say Marquez won this face-off.
Yo.
But, man, we're going to wrap it up and get up out of here, man. It's the first video of Season 2.
That's some bullshit.
Chicago to Detroit, Midwest Media Zone.
Mr. J. Deal.
It's OCT.
J. Deal.
OCT.
J. Deal.
And we out this bitch.